Alright guys, we're back. Couldn't get that little 750 carburetor to lean out enough on the idle side for me. So I had these parts and I built this little 650 put on there, and it seems to be doing a lot better. So maybe it'll work out alright. I hope so. Putting it when it stuck a set of new plugs and wires on it. It seems to be doing fine. But I did get the half-inch wheel studs, about half-inch by 3s in this thing now, so no more metric wheel studs. That was a real task, drilling out the daggone wheel hubs and brake rotors and all that to a 39/64 bit is what it took for the knurl on them wheel studs. And it's that's a hard daggone drill bit to find. But I found one anyway. Got it all done, so the front wheel shouldn't come off of her now. They should be solid. I've got the switch panel in there. I can zoom in on it a little bit. Well, not gonna let me zoom for some reason. But anyway, switch panel done right there, so I don't have to crank it with a toggle switch and a piece of wire no more, and the tacks mounted. And I've been started working on the interior stuff. I got the tunnel fixed back there where I had to relieve it, get some drive shaft clearance. Got all that welded back in, the carpet back over it. That turned out pretty good. Shifters in. Not a real big fan of that daggone ratchet shifter, but what I had, so that's what I'm using. But anyway, that's what we've been working on. Just piddling, ain't done a whole lot of nothing. Went to put a daggone air conditioning system on my buddy's Jeep. Ordered a whole new kit, and every bit of it didn't come wrong. So we got his Jeep tore apart now. See what we can do. But anyway, guys, I just want to check in, let y'all know we are doing something. Ain't doing much, but we're doing something. And we will check with you guys later. See ya. Alright guys, we're back. We got the old little motor running pretty decent now. Daggone drop light done got hung up. But anyway, when the boys pulled the motor out of this little truck before I got it, all the computer stuff was cut, gone. Now, you know, which I don't need it, because I'm just running HEI and all that. I've got to, you know, tracing out all this daggone mess, plugs, figuring out what goes where. Getting over here on the passenger side where they had the heater box was, there's a whole bundle of mess right there. I got to figure out what it is. Jumper wires, test lights, all kinds of good stuff. Meter, masking tape and a Sharpie. I had the fuse box out, I just stuck it back in. Got the dash 2/3 out of it, just stuck the cluster back in. But, you know, we are gaining ground now. We've got the headlights working, parking lights, all that good stuff. Wipers, got to figure them out. They work when they want to. I don't know what's going on with them. Interior lights, stuff like that's working now. So we're gaining ground slowly. But just having to trace out all this mess, you know, when it totally was uncalled for. You know, if I could find a book or something that would tell you what all these plugs and mess went to, would be awesome. Or if somebody new, would be make life a little simpler. I did put a terminal block right there with a fuse link in it to get me some power to start feeding these fuse boxes and stuff. It's working. Anyway, that's what we're doing today anyhow. Just out in the air conditioning shop piddling. They ain't done a whole lot of nothing else. Piddle, that's all we do. Finally took the daggone door off, man, just to get that thing out the way. And the, you know, just like this stuff here, all that was for electric windows and all, electric door locks. I'm not going to have all that, so that mess be gone away anyway. That's easy. But anyhow, I just wanted to check in, let you guys know what we're up to today. Get a little more done, I'll check back with you and let you know what's happening. See ya. Alright guys, we're back. I had built that little switch panel and lighting panel, gauge panel rather, for this S10 for now. But I kind of changed my mind on the way I was going. And I thought being that the daggone ignition switch would be here for the lock steering and all that good stuff. Anyway, I just will have it cranking by the ignition switch. So I've traced and finally got the idea to pull off the plug to the bottom of the switch panel and trace it out there. So that's what I've done. And y'all can see it, but the red there on the bottom is the power supply. The pink right there was the ignition for cranking, and it looks white, but it's actually yellow. Was the ignition wire. The rest of that stuff is turns the fans on, heater, radio, wipers, you know, all that energizes, all that stuff, and accessory stuff. So you just trace it on around the column and find it all right in here, separate it all out, cut it, run my ignition wire, cranking wire, gauge wires and stuff, lighting for the gauges and tack and all that good stuff, under the dash and around, and then get right here and I turn around and cut them, spliced them, soldered them, heat shrinked them, and then zip tied them all back in and put the bottom panel back in. So now, well, you know, now when we turn the key on, tack lights up, gauge lights, all that lights up, and I don't even know if she'll even crank, but she does. All that's by the ignition switch now. So, which through all that, it let me get the wipers. I got to put all this stuff back together. But it let me put the wipers and all that stuff back working. Headlights, interior lights, parking light signals, all that good stuff now is working. So I put this little terminal block with inline fuse out of a S10, I think it's a 2000 S10 Blazer I got out there, parked car. And I just got this piece of number 10 running around temporary to feed it, to get everything working. And I'm slowly eliminating all the stuff that I don't need. But kind of what I've done with my battery, I just took my fancy feed wire here. I just took an aluminum toolbox, mounted the battery, and blocked it up with 2x4s and plywood all around it so the battery won't slide around. Then put on, you know, master shut off switch right there, so just makes me feel better. And then the inside stuff I've got going, I got a temporary inline fuse in that. And then that puts everything fused back like it's supposed to be from the factory. I just have to run this now under my daggone, under the chassis and around and up to this terminal block there. But that'll work pretty good, you know. Just if you want to add something, you've got terminal there, and timing light, you know, whatever you need to do. So anyway, that's what I've been up to, guys. It took me, I piddled on this thing for 2 days, I guess it is. But we're getting there. At least we're in the putting back mode now. I'm gonna just build another. I'm thinking I may, instead of having those gauges in that panel right there, being the dash is really useless, I may just build me a dash panel to go in there, you know, and then have to rig up the signal light flashing, you know, hazard and all that kind of stuff. But I say, without the computer, all these gauges won't work anyway. So anyway, I'll get a little more done. I'll check back with you guys. Alright, see ya. Alright guys, we're back. I put this daggone console in, back in, and see where the damn armrest is right here. The shifter was sitting down too low. You know, it's just too low. So I don't know how good y'all can see it, but I went and took 2 pieces of 1/8 inch 2x2 angle, cut them about 10-11 inches long, welded them together, made a piece of channel, bolted the shifter to that, and then drilled it through the tunnel, you know, and bolted on the 4 corners through to the transmission tunnel. So now it does fine now. So got all that took care of, and then tried to put the console in, and well, we don't got a cup holder no more. So I had to take the Ziz wheel and cut out the daggone cup holder slot so the shifter would fit. But anyway, I guess we'll just have to find a boot or make a boot or something, just so much mess won't fall down there, change and french fries. But anyway, that's what I got. And there's the, I don't know if I showed y'all that a while ago or not, but that's the switch panel now. That used to be the switch panel, just a gauge panel. Turn the key on. I don't know what happened to the voltmeter or ammeter gauge light. It don't work. But temperature gauge, oil pressure gauge, and then that blue light comes on to let me know. Well, I had it there just so to let me know the ignition's on and there's power over there. And tack light, you know, it all. As soon as you turn the key on, it does its thing. And the motor does her thing. That'll be alright, I believe. But anyway, that's what I got. So now I just need to put this dashboard back in, and I don't know if I'm gonna block off the heater thing yet or not. I haven't made up my mind. Well, I don't know if I want a heater in. If it's that cold outside, I probably won't be driving this thing, no way. But we'll think about it. Anyway, alright guys, get a little more done, I will holler back at you. See ya. Alright guys, we're back. We've got the daggone tail light harness out of this S10. It's right there, and sockets and all that good stuff. But the whole tail end harness is out. And I turned around and took where this thing had, you can see all that, but that's actually tail light wiring. I took the shield off of it and done away with where the factory trailer light mess and electric fuel pump, fuel sending unit, all that stuff. And we got it all stripped out all the way up to here. So eliminating these plugs, but all that was, pretty sure that one was fuel pump. I don't know what the world that one was. But anyway, slowly but surely getting rid of all that crap that I don't need. And there's what I pulled out today. You know, so this will be a non-computer truck when I get through with it. But there won't be no BS wiring in it that's not needed neither. So, but anyway, that's what we've been doing all day today. Just tracing wires, tracing wires. And there's the wheel studs. I didn't show y'all those. I just showed you the wheels put back on, but they're like they're supposed to be now. But anyway, I got the ignition switch working like it's supposed to, and I got me a dummy up there holding the brake pedal so I could check with the brake lights and all that. But I do have it where I got signal. Everything's working all the way back to here now to this plug and something in that harness over there. Bad socket, bad something in it anyway. A whole lot easier to work on it on the bench than it is over your head, knocking dirt in your eyes. So that's what I've done. I took it off, and I had a spare one, so in case I need it, I got it. But anyway, guys, I'll see if I can get a little more done, and then I'll get back with you and give you a checkup later on. Alright, guys, after all this daggone tail light trouble, I got had to wind up building a whole new system, a whole new harness from the up under the firewall all the way back. Then I ain't got the sockets in place yet, but that's all working. Let's see, it's right side. Yep. And right side signal flashing, kind of sporadic, but LED bulbs, so I don't know if that's what's causing it or not. Got signals off, parking lots, yep. Check the front. Yep, both fronts working. And headlights. Yeah, well, that one there's dim because it's full of water. How in the world that thing works, but it does. I'm going to replace them. And high beam both ways. And off. And key off. That's the old girl crank. I did put a master's battery switch, and I got to run a heavy piece of wire, piece of 8 or something, up under the truck and around. That's all just temporary. And I put I think I showed y'all earlier, a little terminal block there, so if I need power up here, I got it. And slowly but surely, I'm getting rid of that monstrosity of wire. Anyway, guys, I said if I can't get this uploaded and let you know what I've been up to anyway. Alright, see ya.